Hello everybody, and today is March 4th, 2008, and welcome to Enjoy the Movies, where I, Nam, put in my 2 cents about movies. In all honesty, I haven't watched any new movies this week, so I'm probably going to have to dip into my reservoir of movies that I've seen that I haven't reviewed yet and put them on. You can see my locale is slightly different today. I'm at home, so, well, not really home because I don't have a bedroom here. But anyway, so needless to say, some of the movies that I'm going to be talking about you may or may not have ever heard of. So, movies I'm going to be talking about are But I'm a Cheerleader, Benny&Joon, and It Could Happen to You. All of them categorized as comedies, but as you'll see in a couple minutes, I don't necessarily think they all are. So, let's start with But I'm a Cheerleader. Now, this is one of those movies where I don't really think there was any big actors in. There was that one supporting actress, I don't remember her name, but she was on some popular TV show way back when. Anyway, needless to say, I don't even remember it that well, but the rough plot, it's about this young girl who, is in high school. She has she's pretty popular, she's got a boyfriend, but she doesn't like kissing her boyfriend, and pretty much the beginning of the movie opens up with a scene, not quite at the immediate beginning, but shortly after, there's this scene where her family and her boyfriend and a few of her friends basically approach her and tell her, "You're not a lesbian, are you?" And it's like the most ridiculous situation, because I don't feel like the way that they brought about that was very appropriate. That, and I suppose it was supposed to be a comedy, but I mean, for the rest of the movie, it's not really that funny. It's pretty much a dramatic movie, because she's sent to this camp where she's supposed to realize that, she's straight, and straight is good, and being a lesbian is bad. And I swear, this is seriously what this movie is about. So, needless to say, it was not bad. It's very cheesy, but it's not terrible. It's actually fairly entertaining to watch, and I think it actually brings up an important point about, views about sexuality and stuff. But overall, it's more or less like a movie for food for thought if you got nothing else to do. It's very much like an independent film. I'm not sure if it actually is. It might actually be, but I don't know. So, needless to say, But I'm a Cheerleader, I'd actually say thumbs up. It's not too bad. It's entertaining. So, all right. Next movie I'd like to talk about is Benny&Joon. Now, this movie actually stars Johnny Depp, and he plays this interesting, eccentric, nonchalant character who has some talent, and he can kind of dedicate himself to get some tasks done. Also, it has a family, not really a family, more or less a brother and sister living together. The sister is kind of crazy. Brother works at a car shop, and he needs to take care of her. But at some point in the movie, via plot devices, the brother needs to find someone to take care of the sister or take care of the house while he does his normal work and maybe does other things with his life. But as it turns out, they meet up with Johnny Depp's character. His name's Sam. The brother and sister are Benny&Joon. Joon spelled Joon. And what ends up happening is he's ended up hired as their maid, pretty much. So he does all the cooking, he does cleaning, and it's pretty. I don't even know how to describe the situation. So let's just put it at that. He works for them. But later in the movie, there's some drama going on with love between Joon and Sam. So, needless to say, definitely gets deep down, hard and heavy. But as far as like the eccentric, whimsical character that Johnny Depp plays, it's actually very funny. He does a really good job. One thing about Johnny Depp I like, he does all these different roles, and most of these roles that he does, he actually looks different in, so I greatly respect him for that, and he usually does a good job. Like, I can't think of any movies in which he was in that weren't at least acceptable to watch. Like, I don't know any Johnny Depp movie that I could have never watched, so needless to say, Benny&Joon, very good. It's a comedy drama. It's very well done. It's very solid. The end might be kind of predictable, but other than that, that's pretty much it, because it's a comedy drama. You can't really expect too much from it. But the ending ends very well. So, needless to say, I thought it was pretty good. I'll give that one a thumbs up. Last movie I want to talk about is It Could Happen to You. Now, the reason why I wanted to do all these movies is because I mentioned Johnny Depp in the last one, and Nicolas Cage in It Could Happen to You. Now, this is a movie where Nicolas Cage stars, and he's this cop who works, for the city. I think it's New York, and he ends up forgetting to tip a waitress one day, so he decides to tell her, alright, I'll give you double your, next time he comes in, I'll give you double your tip, or half of what I won in the lottery. Anyway, needless to say, he wins the lottery, and you can only imagine what the waitress decides to ask for, and she definitely doesn't take the double her tip. So, half of what he won in the lottery, and basically a comedy and drama ensue. Now, this is a very, I want to say, cheesy romantic comedy, but it's one that really hits close to home. I liked it a lot, definitely recommend. And like Nicolas Cage, he does a lot of different roles that I also really respect him for. And I don't know if you've ever seen him, but like he's done Weatherman, he's done Wicker Man, even though that was bad, don't watch it. He's done Ghost Rider, so he's done his fair share of action movies. Face Off, Gone in 60 Seconds. Lord of War, more of a dramatic piece, but he does a good job. So needless to say, It Could Happen to You. Now, this movie I actually liked a lot because I ended up looking into it more, but apparently this movie is based slightly on a true life incident. Now, of course, when you watch the movie, pretty much everything is blown out of proportion, and there's relationships there that weren't there present in real life. But if you decide to look it up, basically it was just in this restaurant, this waitress and this regular customer decided to split a lottery ticket, but they've been splitting lottery tickets like for years or something. So needless to say, when they ended up winning the one time, they just split it. And so this movie is much more glamorous than the actual incident, but it really makes you wonder. So needless to say, It Could Happen to You. I liked it a lot. Definitely thought it was pretty good. A lot of drama, strong acting, situation immersion. It's all very good. So at this point, I want to take some time and say that if any of you guys have a problem with my new format, feel free to tell me, because I'll change it. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep on going and see how it goes. Anyway, you guys enjoy the movies. Hope this helped a little bit, even though these are all older movies. But, I'll be putting up some new movies soon anyway. So, alright. Enjoy the movies. Have a nice night.